Hey, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Maramutse. Maramutse. Yes, good morning. This is little me, Spirit Journey. Just reclining here and enjoying some air. I'm going to be studying my language. It is the book that I got on learning the indigenous language here of Rwanda called Kinyarwanda. And I just completed my second week. Ooh, wee. Boy, it is challenging, people, but it's all good. So, uh, today is today is June 4, 2024, and look at the time here. It's almost noontime. Look at that. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. Yeah, I put this fabric up above to kind of give me shade. Yeah, it gets hot out here. It's 82 degrees Fahrenheit here in Rwanda. You do get nice breezes here, very nice breezes. But yeah, you need, noontime. The sun is directly above. Yeah, we got a lot of traffic here. So yeah, yes, 82 degrees. Very nice in the shade. Today, I got up early. But boy, I had a lot of stop and goes. Yeah, I left my place early to do my morning walk. Oh, let me show you a little Lavi. He's there resting. Hey, Lavi. Look at his belly. See, he got a big belly now. My little baby boy. That's his water. Yeah, it's my little baby. Okay. So yeah, it feels nice right now. Yeah, I did my early morning walk. Took me a while to get situated. My internet ran low. I had to put more money on it. The internet. Yeah, here in Rwanda, it's very clever. This system here, you pretty much pay as you go. So when you use it up, you gotta add up more. Put more money on. So yeah, so yeah, I had to put money on, and yeah, I'm addicted to the internet. I love listening to videos, and I've been listening a lot to, what's his name? Jordan Maxwell. He has a video. I probably watched it more than 20 times. It's about his paranormal, metaphysical experiences. It was uploaded. I mean, the interview was done by, what's his name? Project, what's it, Project Camelot? No, Project Avalon. Yeah, Project Avalon. And it's pretty good. I enjoy it. And I enjoy listening to it as I'm walking, on the north side of the valley. It's really, I just compelled to watch it. So, what I wanted to talk about today, I wanted the description about the poor and the rich, which is better. Why I ask or ponder such a question. It's heavily based on, again, I like watching YouTube, and I've been watching a lot of the videos on the celebrities, the music scene. I never was into the music scene or the hip hop rap culture. Not at all. But yes, I got pulled into the drama watching it. And I'm just dumbfounded about the people. Now, now my talk today is going to be based on, okay, the videos that I watch, and then in relationship to where I live now in Rwanda. Rwanda is in Central East Africa, okay? And in comparison, the people, the social economics, of course, you have those who have, they might work for the government, and they're living comfortably. And then the other half, people of modest means. And so I'm seeing different lifestyle, the comparing New York City, and I lived right in the heart of New York City, and then comparison here. And so when I look at those videos about the criminality, you have people who are members of the Billionaires Club. And I use that not as an actual club, but figuratively, that there's an actual club. But I mean people who have reached the pinnacle of monetary gain. And what are they doing with it? What are they doing with it? Well, with this particular hip hopper that I've heard about since the either the late 80s or early 90s. And it turns out allegedly this person is living a really, really problematic life. I was told that the person is a billionaire and that he has a history. And I'm thinking, you have, you are considered a billionaire or have that billionaire status. And you're doing things. Yet you had climbed up the social ladder of respectability, or what's considered respectable, the neighborhood where you live, the type of home you have, and the type of cars you drive, and the women that you associate with, that you have around, you have your arms around them. And it creates a picture of this respectability and awe from outsiders. They watch you, they see what you have, and everybody says ooh and ah. Yeah. And back in the day when I was in my teens, I probably would have said ooh, ah. Um, but now that I'm in my 60s and you see the backdrop of it all, you have more information about people and what some people do. And to find out that I have what you call trafficked females, allegedly underage people, and things that are not legal to do. But yet everybody wants to get in their company. I remember back in the day, there was an actor, and this actor, I heard he was a Caucasian. And he was like all excited that, wow, so and so, talked to me, and he, about something about a party. I think he might have been invited or something like that. And he was like, "Wow, black and white people back in the day, they did not socialize. Back in the 80s, no, you wouldn't go to any black person's party." Yeah, this must have been the early 90s. And I thought, wow, see, again, it's a paradigm shift. It's a paradigm shift, people. And I think this paradigm shift was created because, see, they want to gather as many people. See, it's really not about race or religion or nationality, it is about agenda. There is an agenda, all right. And initially, they had us all divided by different categories. And everybody fighting, people crying, people in despair because of this particular political social system that plagues the country that I'm from. I'm from America. But it really had my mouth drop when this Caucasian person was talking about this particular performer. And back in the day, socially, you didn't intermingle. But slowly, the genre of the hip hop culture became mainstream, meaning that now this was not an acceptable music genre for white people slash Caucasians to indulge in, participate, enjoy, and even buy. And then you hear about parties. Yeah, I knew about all this, about the parties and things like that. And it got me thinking about these parties. Like, I always wondered when a celebrity buys a mansion, but yet they may not have any children or anything, or even pets, but they acquire like mansions. And I always wondered why a mansion. Then I heard, oh, okay, because they do networking. They socialize. Okay, not just a regular person. Okay, and just a regular person from America. I say member of the black middle class, not upper middle class, just basic, you know, just a basic person. And but we don't have all these parts. Like, let me back up a little bit. Now, my family had, parents had, friends from when they like first got married, and then they had, like, you get married, and then the children come in, and then couples that have young kids, they want their kids to have playmates, and then they slowly, meet other couples, and they become lifelong friends. That's what I mean. And they may invite them over the homes and things like that, but nothing like major. And again, it was just for a season. It was, when the kids were small, and then when they all got older, it slowed down. It wasn't an element, you know. So I'm only seeing things through my eyes, through my experiences. Okay. So I wonder, okay, to have that type of investment, to buy a multi-million-dollar home, mega mansions, and so much stuff in it. And I just wondering, man, see, I'm also thinking in the perspective, you have to clean it. And when I was growing up, we didn't have a maid or anything like that. We were the maids. We did all the cleaning and everything, the gardening. We did all that. My folks didn't have money. We kids had to do all the chores. So I'm thinking, okay, you got this mansion. I'm thinking, man, I don't want to clean all that or dust all that. But of course, people, see, I'm being a little naive here. Of course, you got a mega mansion, you're going to hire people to clean it. But for me, I feel funny about having someone, a stranger in my house, personally. That's just me. But either way, you have people who hire people to do the cooking, cleaning, driving, etc., of course, right? But still, the amount of rooms and so much ostentatiousness, ostentatious. It's just over the top. Why? Okay. Again, I'm not from that social life, but it's a question I always had, and I think I got the answer, and that's what this video is really about. You hear the birds, it sounds beautiful. Let me switch arms. So, with this particular rap artist who's in the public eye now for his alleged abuse on this woman, former girlfriend, that was caught on camera at a hotel. That happened 8 years ago. And again, it's 2024, so you do the math. And this person had put a lawsuit, and they settled out of court. And it's not disclosed how much she actually settled for, but what was asked for was about 30 million. Okay. So it turns out allegedly when was that this government agency got a warrant to go into the person's mansion. I think there were 3 locations. And they had videotape of what they were doing. And they confiscated tapes, videotapes. I guess, what do you call it? Data storage units. And allegedly, this person they had cameras, they said, witnesses had said, cameras of in every room to videotape others. And I don't think these people were aware of that. Now, how could somebody invite you to their home as a guest, and then this person allegedly violated that trust, and to have you on camera and probably audio too, people? In New York City at least, it is illegal to have audio video recording without consent. Just saying. You can have a video, but not any audio with it. Okay. So, but so the lack of trust that, so here this person is built up as a billionaire, and people invite him to speak at events. He even late last year, I think it was, 2023, the key to the city of New York, could you believe that? Gave him the key of the city. And you see how corrupt now New York City is with their encouraging illegals to compete for jobs. Who are they competing the jobs from? Black people. Black people are put behind, and other people are being promoted. And no, this is not about a hate speech about any ethnic group. I'm talking about if it was any group, to bring in somebody, illegal is illegal, and to use it as a weapon of, you know, WAREFARE, warfare, to use it against the public. That's what I'm against. They can use anybody from anywhere for this new social engineering. But either way, he was even given the keys to the city. And this is just late last year, shortly before his former girlfriend, put a lawsuit against him. So how is this, people? How, you know, how can he be given such honor? And they have such a reputation. People talk, right? People talk. You don't think people have been talking for 30 years? People have been talking, but no one wanted to listen. So again, this person has more than one home, mansions, cameras everywhere, and then they will invite people, all types of people, musicians, people in the music industry, royalty from Europe. What else? People in government. And what it looks like what this guy named Jeffrey Epstein was doing in the city, in New York City. And then he got caught. He was accused of many bad things, but no trial because his life ended. So that guy, too, Jeffrey Epstein, he had, I think, considered the largest home. I don't know whether the state of New York or just Manhattan or New York City, but he owned the largest home, I heard. He lived in a fancy area on people. Well, it's found out that he too had these parties of all types of people, all types of people. And then the alleged, young minors that were used to do horrible things upon them with adults. Why is this? Well, they want to get information. The time that the science of the times. It's about information, data. They call the information age. Why? Why this information? Why all these cameras? There are cameras all over. There are cameras here in Rwanda too, in the street. It seems like they have more cameras, but I'm talking about America right now. They have all these cameras in America, but they can't seem to get the bad guy, the criminals, all over. So we see that it's not deterring crime. And I wonder what they're looking for with all these cameras. Well, they just, well, that is the question. What are they really looking for? That is a big question. They're looking for somebody. And I wonder, do they know who they're looking for? But they're looking for something or someone. And I guess when that time comes, Maybe they're going to be more activated to respond about something. What is this all about? So you have people out there in these mega homes, and some of them it's found to have tunnels. What's really going on? How come the super rich seem to have so much time to do wickedness? You think with the amount of money they have that they use it to do good things for others. Let's say, they don't want to use the money for other people, and that's okay too. If you earned it, it's yours. You spend how you want to. But why is it that they try to buy respectability? They start, some people start what they call foundations. They're, it's set up, what do you call it? It's no taxes. What do you call it? It's one of those things that you can set it up, and it's not, yeah, non for profit organizations. But yeah, people are profiting when they receive that money in their pocket. But yeah, they like to form these foundations, and some of them do these foundations that on the surface sounds good, for homeless people, battered women. But is this a cover up? Is this all a cover up for trafficking? When you have access to vulnerable women and their children and these big homes, and then you have these parties and tunnels, uh, what are they going to use it for? Are they taking these vulnerable women and children into these tunnels and then setting them up with people of power and then blackmail them like Jeffrey Epstein allegedly? Are these rich people having these homes as a front for wickedness? Is that what they're using it for? Oh, my groundskeeper's coming back, so I can't stay too long. But yeah, what's really going on? It's really leaves a really nasty taste in my mouth when I hear about people. You think like, wow, they just have money and just want to have a nice place, live in a so-called good neighborhood. But these things, it seems like it's all a front. They have these big homes so that they can have different activities going on at the same time and capturing it on camera. And you thought this was your friend. You thought when they invited you to the party, you Monaco, miliwe ni meza, yego. Yeah, sawa. Yeah, you thought that these people invited you to these parties because they liked you. And you might have thought, oh, wow, connection. See, they appeal to our weakness. They know what's happening. They know that, oh, wow, hey, if I go here, hey, I have a business just starting out. Hey, connections. Hey, I want to be a celebrity. I want to be a singer and all these, you know, and everybody's on their best behavior. And then you get a little desperate. And you maybe compromise a little bit, think, oh, it's not going to go that far. And then they slip you a Mickey in your juice. I'm angry when I hear about things like that. And remember with Bill Cosby, allegedly he was convicted of that. Some of the witnesses, I was skeptical, but I believe he did that at least once. That's a real scumbag. Even if you just do it once to put a drug in a woman's drink without her consent, or you say, "Oh, these are vitamins. Oh, it's good for you." Be careful of these people, these wannabe doctors. You know, the the level of these people, the mindset to violate a trust upon somebody, to violate that. There's so many people are willing to do anything with their bodies, okay, with someone. Find those people. But see, it's not about willingness. It's about to violate the trust of others because it satisfies that wickedness that they're really about. It's a sheep in wolf's clothing. They may hide behind occupations of respectability. Let's say they're a doctor. And people also put actors and actresses in that category. But when you really examine these occupations or these singers, what are they singing about? They're singing about trash. I also saw a video today. Um, I don't know the name of the person, but they were in the hip hop community in the 80s, 90s. And he was invited to a meeting. And this was a private meeting. And he had to write a non disclosure thing. NDE, I think you could. And he did sign. He said he was just curious. And he went through it, the process. But it was told to him that that you had people outside of the community. They were outside of the black community, but they wanted to gear this new music genre of rap and hip hop and to make it go in a particular direction. And that they mentioned something about the prisons and that the prisons in America are to be privatized, means made for profit, and that they want the music industry to promote criminality so that you always can keep the jails full. And foolishly, he did that. He participated in that. Yeah, 1990s and the early decade, it was rampant, this gang wars and things like that. And to find out outsiders did that, and these black and brown people being arrested and dying like flies, and doing this, and you're viewed as the bad guy because you're a black and brown person. You're being racially profiled. And to find out this outsider behind closed doors, social engineered for what you see in the newspapers back then, I'm angry. I'm angry. And I started also thinking about this prison system, the privatization of these prisons. Once someone is incarcerated, they're just there. But in the Constitution, it says that if you read it closely, like there's an abolishment of slavery, but that abolishment does not carry over once you become incarcerated. Once you become incarcerated, you become a slave. And you have to do everything that you're being told to do, what they tell you to do. And I'm also wondering, this this lust for creating a criminal environment. This virus that's in the system, as I call it, this virus that feeds off of violence, feeds also off of violate other, sexual violations, etc., etc. It's a virus that feeds off of this. I think that's what it's all about. These creatures that work behind the scenes, and they want to create an environment that is conducive to their success at your expense. And so, yes, they create these jails and pack them with mostly black people. But you don't hear about what they're doing in jail because, see, it costs money to run the jail. So where are they getting the money from? Whether it's a private industry, you need money to run it. Where are they getting the money from? That's the question. They're getting money somewhere. Where's this money coming from? I'm wondering, with all this, are they having the people, are these prisoners being used for the secret space super soldier program? They tell the people, oh, come out of your room, your cell, come in the office, and then they don't come out. I'm wondering, it's just a thought. They have to get people somewhere. They're underground bases, I understand. Need money to do these things. But if you have free labor and you have a lot of underground tunnels, you can take an inmate and bring them somewhere else, right? So you're feeding an industry, the music industry of violence, death. It's a death culture. Why? Why is this being promoted? Well, some doesn't want us alive. They're taking people's souls, it seems. They're taking the life out of communities. And they're making it look glamorous on the outside. And they're just constantly getting, sorry, my batteries are running low. They're constantly trying to get more and more people to fill these spots. Money. It's a horrible, horrible situation. Horrible situation, people. So, to try to close this up, there are a lot of things happening behind the scenes. And for a lifetime, we all were mesmerized by the rich. And to see that these rich people, that some of them, they have those mansions to hide their activities, they have underground tunnels, and they do human trafficking, rituals, people never seen later on. So I asked myself about the rich and poor. Yeah, there's a person here that I've met a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago. And they would probably classify her as a peasant here in the beautiful country of Rwanda. And yes, you have people who have more money than others. But you ask yourself, I know what people probably would think about a person like her, this lady. Why are you talking to her? Why is someone of your status? Well, I've seen people in America, people who have, or the illusion of them having some type of wealth or prestige. And then you have people who are very modest, resources, limited education, formal education. And you know, that woman, even though I don't know her extremely well, but basically you can look at somebody, you could feel the person's heart and that they're real people. I didn't come to Rwanda to meet, to be a billionaire, to meet the wealthy. I came here to enjoy my life, see how beautiful it is. I wanted to be around nature and real people. New York City had so much fakeness. And when I came here and started meeting people, in the farming community, they were really nice. Many of them were very, very nice to me. And I'm not like looking over my shoulder like, what do they want from me? Yes, excuse me. Yes, use wisdom in everything you do. Use wisdom. But I ask myself, I doubt if I went to this person's home and let's say I have to go to the ladies' room. Let's say I had my water on the table and I just excuse myself to go to the ladies' room and come back. I'm not worried about, oh, do they put a Mickey in my water or juice? But the very rich, when they invite you to their homes, why? What do they really want? What are people like that musician? What are they really about? Getting you in a compromised situation and allegedly blackmailing you, having you put drugs in your water, your juice, your wine, your liquor, and then present underage people in compromised positions upon you, and say you better do. And then when you wake up from the stupor of the drug, they blackmail you. Are those good people? With $1 billion, what are they doing? But creating a harvest of destruction. And they're pulling down the whole country. I cannot stand what I see what's happening here in America and the super wealthy who buy thousands and thousands of acres of pristine land in Hawaii and just hoarding that land and then want to promote GMO foods so you don't even eat real food anymore. It is a global takeover, a blackmailing so that they can get their agendas accomplished. And they're using human nature and the desire for wealth, fame, etc. to lure you in, and then you get trapped like in a spider's web. Open your eyes, people. Look at this butterfly. That was a pretty butterfly. It's a black butterfly. Yeah, they have butterflies here. Beautiful, beautiful butterflies. It's beautiful. Yeah. See, this is what life is all about. And you have people, billionaires, they're not using the money to just enjoy a sandwich and, have a nice cup of tea. They're using their money for destruction over humanity. So I may say hello to people here who are down and out, part of the peasant class, but they are real people. Real people. Why you have people back in America with the fake hair, fake nails, fake everything, fake lives, fake homes, fake money to suck you in their lifestyle and then they destroy you. There's nothing wrong being a billionaire, but if you did accumulate that money under deception, then that's a problem. Look, Don't get sucked in, people. That's what I'm trying to tell you all. Don't get sucked in the illusion and the illusion of having famous friends, rich friends. Because as I see, and I was telling someone today, yeah, my little friend, we greeted each other. Again, we don't speak each other's language. And then another person I met who does speak English, and she was translating for me. And I told this person who does speak English, I said, you know something? I know of people who got money, but they are evil. And yes, we all know what this other lady might be perceived as, but she's a real person and she has a heart. Follow your heart, people. Have a good heart. Choose your friends wisely. Be careful who comes into your life, into your home, because they could be someone that's just assigned to you to find out what you have, to find out how much you have, and to find out how to take away what you have. And then you can meet people who don't have a pot to piss in, who are poor and out. They're real people. And you can learn to have a great conversation and a lifetime friendship. Choose wisely. So this is Spirit Journey, and I'm signing off. Bye-bye.